Hello friends, welcome back to this series of algorithm on Varteta learning platform. And today we are going to discuss one algorithm related to binary search tree. Basically, it's an order statistics, the data which has been stored in the binary search tree that we need to print in some certain order. And that order should be like we have to print the numbers like first I need to print the smallest number, then the largest number, then the second smallest, then the second largest, and so on. Which means if you have some data like 1, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then your output should be smallest, then greatest, then second smallest, then second greatest, which is 5, and then third smallest, which is 3, and then third greatest, which is 4. So this is the way your output should be. I hope you are trying to understand, or you might have understood like what I'm trying to explain here. So this should be the output if my input is this. So we have this set of numbers which we need to store. These set of integers are there with me, which I need to store in the binary search tree. So in the binary search tree, if I have to store it, then I have written a function insert node, and I am inserting all these elements using this function insert node. And if you have seen my previous video, this is the same algorithm for inserting the nodes in the binary search tree, and I'm not going to explain it that how to write it. It's basically a recursive algorithm and you can very easily understand it, and I will just put the code in the description section as well. All this code I will put in the description section, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let's see how this algorithm will work. So first of all these elements I'm just going to insert into the binary search tree, and the root of that binary search tree is proot. And now what I'm doing, I'm just passing it to the in-order traversal. Inside the in-order traversal function, this is the in-order traversal. And you know that if you print all the elements in the in-order traversal, they will create a sorted order from the smallest to the largest. Okay, so here what I have done a small change inside the logic, right? You might have seen that if you have to simply print the values in the in-order traversal, you do something like this: in-order traversal left, then in between you print like cout proot to data, and then you do write like this: in-order traversal proot to right. So something like this we used to do, but we have to prepare an array where all these elements should be written in such an order so that I should get the smallest number first, then the largest number, then the second smallest, then the second largest. So in this case, what we need to do, what I have done, I have just taken one array which is this one, end result, and then I have taken an out index, and the index has been initially set to 0, and then I have taken one boolean variable b increment, which has been set to true. So now let's see the logic what I have used here. So the logic is that I will start from the same algorithm that we use for the in-order traversal, but when I'm just going to store the element in this result array, what I'm trying to do, first I'm just putting the data into this end result, and then I'm testing whether this b increment, this variable, is set to true or not. If this is set to true, then what I'm doing, I'm just incrementing the out index with 2, right? I'm just incrementing the out index with 2. So what will happen, like in this case, all the elements, if you print them in sorted order, what will happen, like you will create a space between two elements, right? So it will be something like this. If we put something like this, if I have the elements like let me just put it here. So it's like if 1, 2, 3, what it will be, 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, then 12, then what it will be, 13, then it will be 19, then it will be 21, then it will be 25. 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 12, 13, let me just check, 13, and then 19, then 21, and then 25. Let me just count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10. Yeah, so all the 10 elements are here. So what is happening here, like first when you are just storing it, this is storing something like this. First your 1 will be inserted at the 0th position because initially your index is 0. So first element will be inserted at the 0th position. The second index will be left because you are just moving the index with 2. So now you will be here at the third index, right here. So now what will be taken here, what will be inserted here, it will be 2, right? And then again you are going to increment it by 2, right? So you will again reach here, and now what will be the next element? It will be 3, right? Because you are in the in order traversal, so all the elements are in sorted order, but we are putting them by into the array by leaving one index. Okay, so it is like n out index is equal to n out index plus 2. Sorry for my English if something I'm just my English is not that good sometimes. So it's like at the third place it's 3, and then now we are again moving it to 2 places, and now it will be 5, and now again I'm moving it to 2 places, and now it will be 9. 1 2 3 4 9. Now when I will just try to put the next element into the now we are just going to do something like this. We are just going to increment it by 2, right? So if we are incrementing it by 2, after incrementing it by 2, you can see this logic. I have written this logic as well. So after incrementing it with 2, I'm testing whether the out index is greater than 9 or not. So in this case, if I will increment it 2, it will become 10, right? Because index starts from 0, so this is the index 9, but when I will increment it by 2, it will become 10. So what I have done here, I have just placed the n out index to 9. I mean, I have just placed the index to this one, the last one. So now since it was becoming since it become 10, so I just reset it to 9, right, to the last element. So now what will happen from the next time onwards, what will happen, I will just put the elements here, from here I will just start putting the element from here, and I will move backward. So what is happening here, I am just putting the next element. What is the next element? My next element will be 9. After 9 what it will come? 12, right? So I will put 12 here, and then in the next iteration, in the next what do you say, that recursion, in the next recursive call, it becomes n out index minus 2. So it will again go to this one, this place, right? Because I'm just jumping one position behind, one position back, right? Again, sorry for my English. Okay, so I'm just jumping back 2 points, 2 positions back. So I will reach here. So what will happen here, like the next element is 13, so I will get like this. Okay, now I will again move into the next element, and again this thing is true because b increment has become false. Now you can see that I have set it to false now. So what will happen, every time after putting the element, I am moving back 2 places, so I will reach here. So now what is the next element? The next element is after 13, it's 19, so it's 19. Okay, and now I will again move back 2 positions back. So the next element is 21, right? And now again when it will be the end, it will reach here. So what is the next element? Is 25, right? So this is the way we have all arranged all the elements here. Okay, 5, 13, 9, 12. So this is the correct order: smallest, then the largest, then second smallest, then the second largest, third smallest, then the third largest, fourth smallest, fourth largest, fifth smallest, fifth largest. Okay, so this is the way you should be able to see this, that how it is working. So this should be the output when I will print it. So let me just run it and let's see what is the output. Just press F5 or just do continue, and let's see the output. Okay, so first smallest, first largest, second smallest, second largest, third smallest, third largest. Okay, so I hope you might have understood the logic, and the logic is very simple here. All the logic is in between these lines. Only I have taken one index variable, and I have taken one increment or decrement indicator, whether I have to increment or decrement. So this way you can do something like this when you have to do this kind of order statistics, right? So again, till I have reached till index 9 greater than 9, I have done this. N out index is equal to n out index plus 2. Every time I have jumped 2 position ahead, and after I have reached to the end of the array, I have started jumping back. From the back, I have started jumping back 2 positions, right? So this way I have just kept I just kept putting all the elements which were traversed in order traversal manner, which is in the in the sorted manner. So when it is in sorted manner, then if you follow this algorithm, this all will be printed like in this. So this way you will get all the elements as needed, which means smallest, largest, second smallest, second largest, and so on. So this is the way you can write this algorithm, and I hope you might have understood this. And the same algorithm is asked most of the times for the arrays itself, right? Especially if you are a student, then it can be asked in your viva, right? So you can understand this one, and you can try it out for your array examples as well, right? So I hope you might have got it interesting, and we will meet soon next time. So till then, have a nice day. Bye bye, and please don't forget to like, subscribe my channel, and please share my videos with your friends. Have a nice day, and bye bye.